How to choose the right house to flip. All right, guys, we're going to talk all about the right house to flip and how to know which one you should be doing. But first off, thank you for asking this question. I really appreciate it. And if you've got a question you'd like to have me answer, type it in the comments below and I'll create a video for you and my other subscribers. Thank you. Okay, guys, so let's talk about this. How do you know what's the right house to flip? And I'll tell you, there is one thing that is the most important out of everything else. And we're going to jump over the whiteboard for this. The number one thing is the price versus what it can sell for. See, I don't really care how bad the house is, where the property is located, any of that type of stuff. I want to make sure if I'm buying this property for $20,000 and it's going to sell for $100,000, that more than likely is going to be a good deal with the question mark on the repairs. So my number one criteria is the price versus the sell price. What am I buying it for versus what am I going to be able to sell this for? Second thing that I'm looking for is what's called market activity. Meaning, I want to make sure that there's properties that are sold. I want to make sure that there's actives. I want to make sure that there's transactions that are actually happening. Because if there's no transactions, I'm dealing with a really rural area. If I don't have solds as comparables, I'm taking on a lot of risk. I want to take on as little risk as possible, which kind of leads me to my third thing. Solid comparables. Which kind of gets me back to this, what I can sell it for, but I want to make sure there's really solid comparables. And let me explain what that means. It basically means if my house is here, I want to go no more than 1 mile radius. Okay, no more than a mile. And the closer to the property, the better. If I can have the house right across the street, that is ideal. If I have multiple houses there that have sold, they're the same square footage and that type of stuff. So first off is I want to be no more than a mile. Second thing, I want to be no more than 1 year back. So if it was November of 2020, I don't want to go back more than November of 2019. That said, though, the sooner I can be, if I can be within 3 months or be within 6 months, the better, right? Because the more recent, it's something that's happened more recently. The other thing I'm going to look at is actives. And what I'm looking for is 3 sold properties, which is what these are, and 3 active properties that are currently on the market. And I want those properties to look like what my house will look like after repaired. So I'm saying, hey, my house, when I'm done, is going to look like this. I want to find 3 properties that look just like my house that are within a mile. I want to find 3 sold properties that are here, and I'm going to start with the lowest and work my way up to the high. Okay, that's basically what I'm looking at and making a determination. And if I do all that, that's going to help me on my price versus sale. Then this is also going to help me with my second one because I want to make sure there's actually market activity. There's buys and sales and things that are actually happening within the market. And I want to make sure there's solid sold comparables, which is the sold comparables that I'm actually looking at. Now, the other thing that I like to do is I want to stay under the FHA range for my area. And all you can do, you can just do a Google search, what's the FHA loan limit for my county, whatever county you're in. Like in my area, I think right now we're somewhere around 400, maybe 450. So that's what I want to be staying under, meaning my resale price, I want to have less than 450 when I'm all said and done, once the work's done, once I sell the property. And the reason for that is most people are getting an FHA loan. FHA subsidizes the loans. It's a very low down payment. It's very low in closing costs. It makes it very affordable for people to buy houses. But if your house is over this FHA range, then the buyer's going to have to come in with 20% down. They're going to have a lot of closing costs, that type of stuff. So I want to be working with properties in the FHA range. That's really important to me when I'm looking for properties. So if I've got a property that matches these criteria, that is something that I am very interested in and would be a great property to be flipping. But there's something else that really comes into consideration with all of this, and that is, what is my backup plan? A lot of people don't think about this, but I do. I like to know where the exits are. Like when you get on an airplane, they say, please find the closest exit, and there's probably more than one. There's probably one in front of you and one behind you. That's important because I want to know what's my exit plan. So let's say that I do this property and I'm not able to sell the property for some reason. What am I then going to do? Well, I've got a few options. I can rent the property. I can do a lease option on the property. I can seller finance the property. I need to have some other options. I can do a refinance. So I want to make sure I've got some other options that will work for me as a backup plan. Now, I don't have to really make money with this backup plan. I want to make sure it's just a way that I can break even, get out of the deal, and come out unharmed. It's kind of a parachute mentality that I'm looking for. So those are some of the things that I'm looking for to make sure that I've got the right house to flip. Price versus sales price, market activity, making sure there's sold comps, making sure I'm under the FHA range, and making sure I have a backup plan. Now, if you've been enjoying this, please hit that thumbs up button. It tells me I'm doing a great job, and I want to do a great job. I put a lot of time into these videos, and I want to make sure you're enjoying them. So hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to get a property value analysis, how to value these properties, we talked about those 3 actives, those 3 solds. I've got a form that you can use. I'll send it to you for free. Just text me your email address at 435-294-0433. I've also got a video, what if you can't find comparables in the area and what you should do. So check out that video. We'll post it on the screen, as well as a blog post, how to do a competitive market analysis in real estate investing. A lot about what we're talking about here, guys. Read up on that. I'll link it in the comments below for your reading pleasure. If you are not currently a subscriber, I'd sure love to have you. Hit that subscribe button. It'd mean a lot to me, and I know you'll get a lot of value out of this channel. Okay, guys, otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and bye for now.